Hello, Mary Meet. So I've been asked to review a set of Orgone Orgone Chakra Pyramids, and these ones are from the seller 1White Lotus on eBay. But you can find similar things elsewhere. But of course, this review is for this particular set. And I don't know how this seller makes this, but her store isn't extremely big, so I do suspect they are handcrafted. They arrived in this, were packaged in bubble wrap and in this carrying case. This carrying case, just the points of it tend to stick to it. As you can see, it's sort of damaging the bag. So I think I will be making a cloth bag to keep this in. So let's have a look at that. We have this one. It is either a form of it's jasper. It's red jasper, and of course has the upside down the symbol for the root chakra. What I can notice about this is that they are somewhat generous with the stone chips, but are somewhat stingy when it comes to the metal. The metal are copper or brass, but it's just tiny little powder, like brass powder. So that's for root. Don't drop them. That will be nice. Here we have for the Hara chakra. And again, a fairly good amount of stone chips. This time, what are they called in English? Carnioles. Carnioles, little tiny carnioles. And basically just brass powder. And these does not contain a copper spiral as most types of orgonite that you buy do. You have this, and this symbol is both painted and it's engraved. So it's basically cut into the resin and engraved. And then we get to the solar plexus chakra, which is also jasper, brown yellowish jasper. Here's the symbol, and then the same, no spiral, and just this little flux, little powder of metal. So it's basically far too little metal in these sets here. And then we move on to the heart. And this one is a Venturin. And it's been a bit stingy on the Venturin too here. And very stingy on the metal. But it's the symbol. And then we have the throat chakra, which has turquoise. And it do seem to be real turquoises, but you can never know because they make so good replicas of that. And the symbol. And we have it seems like it's lapis lazuli. I'm not completely sure because sodalite and lapis lazuli looks fairly similar when you put it in Orgone, but I think it's lapis lazuli. And just this flex. And here's something. Here's a big flaw on the basically where it's just this nick in the resin. And when I pay close to $30 for a kit like this, I expect the seller to not include a piece that has such a flaw in it. So generally speaking, these ones here do not have the best quality. There's too little metal. The rocks that are used are the cheapest possible ones that will get the colors. Here we have amethyst, and this one is one that has also been extremely cheap on the metal, but you can see the little flecks in there and the symbol. So I'm not that terribly pleased with them, and I would be very skeptical about buying something from this particular seller again. Now, do they do the job? Yes, I have been meditating with these, and when I got them and I picked them up and felt them, usually when I touch Orgonite, I can immediately feel this burst of energy. I don't get this from that. It just feels like plastic pyramids to me when I touch them. But meditating with them, I got very good results. So they do the job. And I have wanted a chakra set of Orgonite, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting it from this seller. There's lots of options out there for Orgonite chakra sets, and there's just basically, these are very, very cheaply made. The stones are not the best quality. They don't need to be for Orgonite, so it's just a waste to use extremely good quality stones for Orgonite. But you need some good pieces of metal. Now, what's in here is brass, and that's good. It's much better than aluminium. But still, it's just this little dusting. Basically, you get that at hobby stores, these little boxes with the brass or copper dusting that you can use almost like glitter. And that's what's in here. Just there's no basically metal shavings in here at all. And they have just ignored a spiral altogether, making these much weaker than they should be. Now, you don't need a spiral to get Orgonite. Anything that's a combination of organic and inorganic materials will get you orgone energy, but these with so little metal, these pyramids' ability to generate orgone will be very, very weak. So no, they are not of a terribly good quality. No, they are, like I said, I do recommend if you like energy work and like working with orgone to get a chakra set, because it can be a very nice thing to work with, both for healing and for chakra balancings and such. But I would probably go on Etsy, not eBay, and find a seller of some that makes better quality pieces. Now, one thing I can say for the quality is that they are very, very clear. That's something you can often see when it comes to resin, is that the more skilled the one that casting the resin is, the clearer you can get it. And in none of these I have really seen a lot of air bubbles and the like. Now, I did see, like I said, that flaw on the side of one of the pyramids, and I'm not pleased about that. But other than that, they are extremely clear. So that's something. I will give these pyramids from 1White Lotus, 5 out of 10. They were well packaged. They do the job. They are Orgonite. So yeah, they are what they say on the tin, but I don't get more because they are very poor quality Orgonite, though the casting itself is superb. And yeah, that is what I wanted to say about these pieces. To the one that asked me to review them, I hope you have liked this review. And have a great day, and blessed be.